Starbucks, the Harry Potter series, and Avatar all share one feature. They are founded or led by persons who began at the bottom. Nobody believed in these people, and they had shaped their own fate. We all love rags to riches stories. This time, we are just bringing you the real ones. J.K. Rowling. Rowling is one of the world's best-known authors and is an inspiration to millions of people around the world. Born in 1965 in England and grew up in a working-class family. In 1990, while stuck on a delayed train from Manchester to London, Rowling begins to imagine a young boy who attends a school of wizardry. This idea would later become Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. During the writing of the first book, she faced many hardships, including the death of her mother and an abusive marriage that left her penniless. Yet she never gave up and completed the book in cafes and her bedroom while living off of welfare. Her book was rejected by 12 publishers, but it was eventually published by Bloomsbury in 1997 when one of its executives saw the love it got from his daughter. It was an instant hit, and the series would become the best-selling book series in history. Today, Rowling is one of the world's richest authors, with a net worth of over $1 billion. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the most recognizable faces in the world of soccer. But his story did not start out as glamorous as it is today. As a child, Ronaldo grew up playing soccer in the streets with no professional coaching or guidance. His family was poor, and hence he lacked the facilities and resources that most players his age had access to. Despite this, Ronaldo's passion for the game was evident, and soon he was noticed by Sporting Lisbon, one of Portugal's most prestigious clubs. It was here that Ronaldo first began to make a name for himself, and his skills began to be noticed by other top clubs in Europe. Ronaldo soon signed with Manchester United for a record-breaking fee. This was the start of his rise to fame, and he quickly established himself as one of the world's best players. He went on to win multiple domestic and international titles, and is now considered one of the greatest players of all time. Today, Ronaldo is one of the world's highest-paid athletes, with an estimated net worth of over $800 million. James Cameron. James Cameron is an iconic filmmaker who has achieved tremendous success and recognition for his work. He is best known for his blockbuster films such as The Terminator, Aliens, Titanic, and Avatar. Cameron was born in Canada to a not-so-well family. In the 70s, he left home and moved to California with the intention of becoming a filmmaker. To support himself, he worked as a truck driver and read as many books as he could about filmmaking and VFX. This led him to get work as a miniature model maker for a low-budget science fiction horror film, and eventually an opportunity to make his first feature film, Piranha 2: The Spawning, in 1981. But his career really took off when he made The Terminator in 1984, which was a huge success and made him an overnight sensation. After this, Cameron went on to make several successful films, including Aliens, The Abyss, True Lies, Titanic, and Avatar, the latter of which are one of the highest-grossing films of all time.
I'm the king of the world!
APJ Abdul Kalam. APJ Abdul Kalam was born in the small coastal town of Rameshwaram in India to a family of small boat owners. Kalam's family was not well off, and he had to face financial difficulties throughout his childhood. Kalam was an average student, but very passionate about studying. He was determined to succeed and worked hard to pursue an education. Kalam went on to study aerospace engineering at the Madras Institute of Technology and was the first student from his college to be selected for the prestigious Defense Research and Development Service. He was soon transferred to the Indian Space Research Organization, where he rose through the ranks and was responsible for the development of India's first satellite launch vehicle. In 2002, he became the 11th President of India, inspiring countless individuals in the country. Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz was born into a working-class family in Brooklyn, New York. His father worked as a truck driver, and his mother was a stay-at-home mom. He started off his career as a salesman at Xerox, and in 1984, Howard joined Starbucks, which at the time was a small coffee shop in Seattle. Starbucks only sold roasted coffee beans and didn't have any retail stores. Howard saw the potential in the company and convinced the owners to let him open up a retail store in Seattle's historic Pike Place Market. In 1987, Howard acquired acquired Starbucks from the original owners for over $3 million and began to transform the company into the global phenomenon it is today. He opened stores across the United States and abroad and started to offer a variety of coffee-based drinks and food items. Howard's efforts paid off, and Starbucks went public in 1992. The company's stock price skyrocketed, and Howard became a billionaire. He stepped down as CEO in 2000, but still remains the company's largest shareholder. If you like the video, click on the like buttons and subscribe to our channel. Also, if you are interested in more such inspiring stories, then check out our previous video on the greatest American athletes of all time, with the #1 being a woman.